No, I'm at the club. Yeah. No, no, there's an audience here. Okay, okay. Hey. I can hear the telephone. I don't think I'll answer. I know it's them, and I know what they say. Let them think I'm not at home. That's the way I like it. It's just us, it's just us. What we gonna do today doesn't really matter. You only have to ask, I won't say no. Any game you wanna play, I'm completely open. It's just us, it's just us. And I'm miles away to you. Yeah, I'm miles away to you, but you're here too. You're here too. You ask me what I think of love, but I don't think I'll answer. Skin to skin, there's nothing left to say. Howling at the yellow moon, wolves completely naked. It's just us, it's just us. And I'm miles away to you. Yeah, I'm miles away to you. And I'm miles away to you. Yes, I'm miles away to you. But you're here too. You're here too. You're here too. You're here too. I can hear the telephone, but I don't think I'll answer. 'Cause I know it's them, and I know what they say. Let them think I'm not at home. That's the way I like it. It's just us. It's just us. So, welcome to session 3. The first session, I had the full band here and it was the whole rocking out thing. The second session, I did women. What? And for this session, I wanted to do something completely different. One of the things I love about this place is that you as an audience always give me a space to do and be whatever I want. And part of what I do and be is I tell stories and I write songs that aren't like political and just angry all the time. So I'm just gonna try to share some different stuff. I see one of my former students, Taika, was here. You should have come when I had the full band because you would have seen me rock out. This is gonna be a little more inward and whatnot, but it'll be fine. You can watch the videos, they're around. About 1996, back in the days when the Alvin Ailey Dance Theater, and they still come to Boston, but I had friends who were in the company at the time. And when they came to Boston, these two men, Dwight Roden and Desmond Richardson, would stay at my house. And we would go and see the company, and then they would come back and they would have these wild parties at my house on Pearl Street in Cambridge. And my mom would fry chicken, and there'd be just this house full of dancers, these beautiful dancers, just letting their hair down and not being interviewed by people, but just in a house and dancing and eating chicken and just hanging out. And one day, Dwight they were on their way out to go to their rehearsal to get ready, and he says, listen, I'm doing a piece for the company. It's a piece that's going to be danced by Desmond, and I need to have some music for it, and do you want to take a try at writing something? And I was like, So he gave me 5 pages of prose, and I sort of started going through these 5 pages of prose. And the line that stuck out to me was, if loneliness was black. And I based the whole piece around that phrase, and then with a lot of the other writing that he had. And he and Desmond, that's Desmond right there, he's one of the premier dancers in the country. The American Ballet Theater put on Othello for him. And they've got a company now called Complexions. If you get a chance to see them, go see them. But they go off to rehearsal, and I sit with this 5 pages of prose. And I wrote this piece. I think it just came out of me in like about 45 minutes. And when they came back from the performance that night, I said, Dwight, I think I finished the piece. And I sat down and I played it for him. And he said, that's it, good. He's like, oh my God. So I did the piece and I recorded it for them. And I went to City Center in New York to see the premiere of the piece. And I'm sitting in my seat, and this man comes up, and he taps me on the shoulder, and he says, excuse me, are you Kemp Harris? And I was like, yeah. I'm thinking, what the hell have I done now? Jeez. And he says, would you come with me? And I was like, okay. So we get up, and I'm walking down through the basement of City Center and down these alleyways, and I come up these stairs, and I walk up, and it's the stage, and there are all the dancers standing there like this, and I walked out, and it was like, and I had just immediately broken into tears. So I'm going to play this piece. I'm going to do it twice. I'm going to play it for you here on piano, because I want you to be able to sort of concentrate on the song and the words, and then I'm going to show you the video of this man dancing this piece. But the piece is called If Loneliness Was Black. La da, la da, do, de, oh. La da, do, de. I sit alone together with you. I float in limbo, trying to decipher what color is my soul today. If loneliness was black. You grab your head, it hurts, you don't understand why day brings darkness, zebras in the moonlight, fire burns, 2 shades to gray, and still they feel the rain. Melt my heart away, pour your grounded love through me. Your earthy caress moves a great part of my soul. No secret in my heart touches the depth of your sky. We close our eyes as if a muddy rain had cleared the forest, and every doe and buck was in their place. I sit alone together with you. I float in limbo, trying to decipher what color is my soul today. If loneliness was black, and every zebra that runs wild is free. Thank you. So while Connor's pulling down the screen, I wanted you to know that this is going to be kind of like I'm hanging out in my living room and I got a bunch of folks who are going to come up and do things back and forth. Hey, Echo, how are you? This is crazy. It's like I have all these former parents. I see Jim and Ann Lennox right there, and oh my gosh. So right now, I just want you to watch Desmond Richardson dance this piece.
I don't want it, you can have it. I don't want it, if it's not about love. I don't want it, you can have it. I don't want it, if it's not about love. I don't need division, I don't need permission, don't need supervision to know that I am a child of God. If it's hatred, I don't want it. If it's envy, I don't want it. If it's delusion, I don't want it. If it's gossip, I don't want it. If it's greed, and what I need. Now you can have it if you want it. But I wonder.
Moves a great part of my soul. No secret in my heart touches the depth of your sky. We close our eyes as if a muddy rain had cleared the forest, and every doe and buck was in their place. together with you. I float in limbo, trying to decipher what color is my soul today. If loneliness was black and every zebra that runs wild is free.
This is the original bouquet of roses that Desmond gave me in 1996 at City Center. And they have been hanging in my house all this time, and I thought, we're better than to share them with the fallout shelter. So, over the pandemic, in the before times, I had thought it would be really cool to get to work with Connor Quigley. And if you... and we talked about it, and we were going to get together. And for those of you who don't know Connor, he works here. So the people who are clapping, either they work here or they've been here before. But if you don't know Connor, that's who he is. So, and I knew that he played great guitar, so it was like, Connor, we really got to get together and do some pieces. It was like, yeah, that'd be great. Then the pandemic hit, and we didn't get to do it, and blah, blah, blah. And now, here we are. And I am Connor Quigley, folks. And I am known for doing, I get very political, and I write some, pretty pointed songs, and sometimes I'll do pieces that have actually scared an audience. But people go, you never write like gentle, pretty love songs and stuff like that. But I do. So tonight I'm going to do 2 songs with Connor that are just very gentle, quiet love songs. But, what you should know is if I do a love song, it's not going to be like really nice and really sentimental and really nice. There's going to be some heartbreak going on. And it's not going to be, you're going to be sorry you asked me to write a love song, to tell you the truth. This one's called I Give Up. Let you know where I'm going on this one. 1, 2, 3. This is my last time. I won't bother you again. No matter what I do, I'm never gonna win. 'Cause see, you're afraid of who you are, so you close the door. I give up, I give in, I give all that I have, and I just can't give no more. I give up, I give in, I give all that I have, and I just can't give no more. You said the love we made, best you ever had. How does something feel so good make you feel so bad? 'Cause see, you're afraid give up, I give in, I gave all that I have, and I just can't give no more. I give up, I give in, I gave all that I have, and I just can't give no more. Why, oh why didn't you run? You knew right from the start I wasn't the one. I tried to turn around and walk away, but something in your eyes made me stay. So now, coming to the stage is my friend Adam Osgood. You've known Adam O for a long time, as have I. 35 years of playing Star Island. We got Star Island friends right there. Right? Do you see? Yeah, okay. Oh! Star Island is in the house. Oh my gosh. You're there. There they are right there. Then we got like, oh, there's Louise and there's Abe. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're going to do another song that I wrote called Makes Me Cry. I told you love songs to me are not fun. But this one isn't so much a love song. This is really like one of those times I had friends who were moving away. And it was sort of like, I know you got to move, and I know it's good for you, but it hurts, and it makes me cry. But it wasn't like sad boo-hoo-hoo. It was more like, I am so happy that our relationship was that deep that when you left, it made me cry. I was honored to cry when these folks left. I don't know if it was like, in a way, a reverse good thing. Does that make sense? It was like, because if you didn't mean anything to me, I'd be like, hey, see ya, whatever. But I was really glad that it hurt enough to make me cry. And so Adam is going to join us on this, all right? saying goodbye. I'm so glad that it hurt enough to make me cry. And it makes me cry. We've been together, sharing all the joy and the pain. When all is said and done, the love we have will always remain. If you need me, there is nothing I won't try for you, baby. I'm so glad that it hurt enough to make me cry. Gotta be close to that mic, baby. Be closer. And it makes me cry. People come and they go, in and out of our lives. A real good friend is what I've been trying to find. I've been looking around and you were here all of the time. Although you're leaving, I know this isn't really goodbye. Do what you gotta do, and you don't have to tell me why. Don't be worried if you should see a tear in my eye. Don't worry, baby, no, no, 'cause I'm so glad that it hurt enough to make me cry. And it makes me cry. Hey. And it makes me cry. Hey. It hurt enough to make me cry. Adamo. This is the first time I played these songs out in a place. This is awesome. Yeah. So right now, I got a little script and everything going here, you know, since we keep, you know, just making this up as we go. These guys, they played some of these things for the first time tonight. So I just keep throwing an hour ago. But, you know, I figured the last two shows, they were really planned out, and I knew what I was going to do and everything. But I thought, this one, let's just go for it and see what's happening. It's like you all are sitting in my house. We were having a couple of drinks. And then you said, hey, do you know any songs? Like what I do. And, you know, then I sat down. Bill, am I supposed to say, like, you're listening to extended play sessions or something like that? I know it's supposed to be like you do that thing. Am I supposed to do that?
You can do that if you want.
Okay. Is it right there?
Yeah.
All right. Excuse me for a second. My name is... I always throw stuff at Bill. He's just like, okay. My name is Kemp Harris, and you're listening to the extended play sessions.
Well, that's a camera, so you're watching.
Oh, you're okay. You're watching the... Okay, what? So, I wrote this song. It's called Lucky, and I don't play guitar, and so I wrote a bunch of songs that were really sort of like folk rocky kinds of things, but I could never do them. And Brian, I'm putting that there for you in case you go. I couldn't do them because, you know, I don't play guitar, And I did all these things on this 4-track Tascam recorder that I had way back in the 80s, and I sent a bunch of those things to you guys, so you heard them. But they were all like with synthesizers, and it was kind of crazy. But this song is kind of, I was sort of channeling
Dozens
like
of
a,
songs.
Yeah.
Dozens of
I
songs.
know. And they're all on cassettes. They're all on cassettes. That's how far they go back. But I wrote this song, and I was kind of feeling like I was kind of channeling like a Willie Nelson kind of thing. And I hear it's his 90th birthday or something today, like that. And in the next set, Brian and I are going to do a Willie Nelson tune. But for this one, I even wanted to kind of like sing like that and just have that sound. And so I was trying to really work at that. So this song is called Lucky. And this one, now I will say, this one is a love song. And it wants to have a tendency to go negative, but at the very end, you sort of hear the, no, I'm real positive about it. So this is a love song that's not crying, and it's not, anything like that. And again, these guys haven't played this until today, about an hour or so ago. But let me get that out of Brian's way. You guys all good? All good. Okay. I got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Followed you down to the edge of town. Saw you go into the club and dance the night away. Telephone rings, your voice sings, but when I call you, always seem so far away. And you can talk to him for hours, and you send each other flowers. And I remember you did it for me once when I was lucky. From time to time, I find that I'm waking up and holding to your pillow tight. Hurts me more to think that you're holding someone else and loving them tonight. And I wanted to talk about you and make everybody doubt you. And I remember you did it for me once when I was lucky. When I was lucky, the world was on my side. When I was lucky, I'd turn around and you'd be there, sunlight playing through your hair. Lonely town, I go to places where we used to meet sometime. But when you're alone, they're just glass and stone, holding happy memories from some other time. Then I remember you gave me flowers and how we talked on the phone for hours. And I remember you loved me once when I was lucky. When I was lucky, the world was on my side.
lucky. I'd turn around and you'd be there, sunlight playing through your hair. When I was lucky. Adamo. Adam Osgood, Connor Quigley, Brian Verrocchi, Jim Lucchese on drums, and now sneaking up to the stage is Mike Caglianone, and we are gonna do, didn't that kind of have like that kind of Willie Nelson twang? Were you hearing that? Apologize down to the air, yeah, it's trying to, so this is I'm glad. So, it is now. So we're in G for this one? Mm-hmm. Okay. So this song is called I'm Glad, and you see, my mood is going up. Did you see? I went from it's just us to, if loneliness is black, what am I gonna do to, I give up. It makes me cry. Then I got lucky, and now I'm glad. This song's called I'm Glad. So somebody hit me with a G note, please. Yeah, because me and you, we're gonna start together. Me and Connor together with that hard. Said I'm glad, so glad I don't know what to do. Said I'm glad, so glad I don't know what to do. Well, I'm so damn happy, 'cause I finally got to you. Wanted you so long, could almost taste you on my lips. Wanted you so long, I could almost taste you on my lips. Make me wiggle when I watch you, inches from my fingertips. Had to bide my time, I did not want to pressure you. Had to bide my time, I did not want to pressure you. But you knew what I was thinking, baby, what I'd like to do to you. Somebody take it away for a solo. Go ahead. Woo! And it may be right, it may be wrong. I wanna be with you, and it may be right, it may be wrong. Call me anytime you want me, baby, but please don't make me wait too long. You all wanna roll again? Have at it, have at it. Wishbone in my pocket, and I'll save it for a rainy night. Got a wishbone in my pocket, and I'll save it for a rainy night. And if my wishes come true, darling, I'll come and make you feel all right. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Mikey Caglianone, Adam Osgood, Connor Quigley, Jim Lucchese, Brian, you guys can go. We're doing the story now. Yeah, we're gonna do the story now.
Tell that song. No, there's one more tune.
Was there? Wait, was there another two? Wait. Am I wrong?
No, I think it's the story.
Yes, a story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell some stories.
Bye.
Trying to mess up my routine. So, I have to say that it is, it's a little wild sitting in front of former kindergarten students of mine, screaming and grabbing my crotch. It's just... And I will also say that I told you earlier that I travel as a storyteller, and I do. I go to elementary schools, and I've done some stories on stories from the stage. And I'm going to tell you a story now. It's not a story that I tell to my kindergartners. This is one of those moth kind of stories where it really is true. And this kind of stuff only happens to me. And I'm going to change a little bit of language because, well, I don't want to say motherfucker with you two sitting here. Oh, I said that. But see, the thing is, this goes out to like other people. They could be watching. Bill, can I say that here? I mean, if it's part of the story. Yeah? Okay, because it's not that I'm the one swearing, but this is really part of the story. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this story. The story is called G-Man and Baby. So this is what happened. I'll start by telling you that I am known for being late. If I go to dinner at my sister's house and ask her what time is dinner, she's like 1:30. I'm like, you lying tramp. Like, no. And then I get there and dinner's really at like, I show up at 3 anyway, but dinner's really at 4. So this is the way it goes with me. So this one particular night, I was supposed to be meeting some friends, these 2 friends of mine over at a place in Boston called Club Cafe. And they said, why don't we meet there around 7:30? I was like, cool, that's awesome. So when I got out of the shower at 7:15, okay. So I'm getting ready to go, and this had to be like around 1986 because I had a Jeep Cherokee that did not have power windows. It had roll-down crank windows and stuff. It didn't have the power doors and all that stuff. So anyway, I get out of the shower, and I get myself together, and I'm going to head over to the south end where this club is. And I'm driving down Columbus Avenue, and as I'm driving down, I look to my right. It's a really hot, good summer night, so everything's open, everything's cool. So I look to my right, and I see these 2 brothers, and they are like running down the street. They're like running, and I remember looking at them, and I'm thinking, I don't know where you are going, but they were booking it. They were like, I thought nothing of it. I pull up to a stoplight, and all of a sudden, the 2 passenger side doors on my car open, and these 2 guys jump in. The guy in the front is that's Baby in the front, and G-Man's in the back. And so they jump in the car, and Baby looks at me and he goes, G-Man's been shot, and we got to get him to the hospital. Now, I forgot to tell you that before I left to get in the car, I had smoked some fabulous pot. And everything was beginning to kick in around the same time. So I'm looking at them, and I'm not so much afraid because of the pot. I was just more like amazed. It was like, so Baby looks at me, he says, G-Man's been shot. We got to get him to the hospital. Drive, motherfucker, drive. I start driving. We come to another stoplight, and he goes, go through, motherfucker, go through. All righty. We would come to like a street view, one-way street. Turn down here, motherfucker, turn down here. Well, all righty then. So now I'm beginning to think to myself, though, okay, what am I going to say to the police officer, when I get pulled over for doing all this crazy stuff, and Baby's got like a gun in the waistband of his pants, and I would be like, good evening, officer. This is Baby. He's got a gun in his holster, and G-Man's been shot, and we've got to get him to the hospital. And how are you this evening? So we're driving through town, and we finally get to Boston City Hospital. So I pull over, and Baby jumps out of the front. He opens the back door for G-Man. He says, G-Man, let's go. So they take off. And then right as they were about to head off into like where I wouldn't see them, Baby takes the time to stop. He turns around. He comes back to the car, and he says, thank you, man. And I went, we're bonding. I've gone from motherfucker to man. I feel we're getting close now. So, they take off into the hospital. I don't see them, they're just gone. So now I've got to go back to Club Cafe and meet my friends. So I drive up and I park, and I look in the back seat, and there's like blood on the seat where G-Man had been shot, and they left a little unopened bottle of Hennessy. So I go into Club Cafe, and I see my friends Sharon and Simon. They're sitting there. And so I walk in, and I was like, before you start,
Let me tell you why I'm late. They were like, dude, you're not late. We told you 7:30. We just got here ourselves. We know. I was like, oh. I said, before, I said, listen, come with me out to the car. I've got something to show you. So I'm telling them this story. We go out to the car, because I've got proof. There's like blood on the seat, and there's something. So I take the bottle of Hennessy. We open the bottle of Hennessy. We each take a big, long swig out of that. We go back into the club and have a fabulous evening, just like nothing had ever happened. I go home. Next morning, though, I wake up and I'm looking at the newspapers and I'm watching television because I'm trying to see, am I going to see anything at all about G-Man and Baby? And there was nothing there. I'd never heard of anything in the news, nothing at all. But what I took away from that story was I was really, in a way, I was thankful that they had chosen my car to jump into, because at no point did I feel afraid. I was amazed, but at no point did I feel afraid. And I thought to myself, all they wanted to do was get G-Man to the hospital. And if they had jumped into the wrong car with the wrong person, that it could have gone horribly wrong. And I was really glad that they had chosen me. Today, though, when I get in my car, I do lock my doors. But right now, Mikey and I are going to do a song that I wrote, and it has a refrain that says, "My baby keeps telling me that I'll go blind." I'm going to dedicate this to G-Man and Baby, wherever they are. Piano mic? Oh, there we are. Okay, cool. I'm gonna start again. Cigarettes and wine, yeah, I hold it sometimes. When I'm trying to find why you left me behind. Some things will never change, they always stay the same. No reason, no rhyme. But still I find from time to time that you are on my mind. I get lonely sometimes. Lives entwined, sometimes have to unwind. But I still got my cigarettes, and I still got my wine, and I'll be just fine. But still my baby keeps telling me that I'll go blind. keeps a telling me that I'll go blind. My baby keeps a telling me that I'll go blind. My baby keeps a telling me that I'll go blind. 'Cause I hold it sometimes. My baby keeps telling me that I'll go blind. My baby keeps telling me that I'll go blind. My baby keeps telling me that I'll go blind. My baby keeps telling me that I'll go blind, 'cause I hold it sometime.
Thank you. We're going to take a little break and we'll be back. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sorry about that. You good? Okay. When you get the response, I was like, so you get a lot of higher. all good?
Yeah, good.
Standing your ground, standing your ground. Another mother's son lying dead on the ground. When searching for justice, there was none to be found. Another black man murdered 'cause of standing your ground. One evening, about 9:45, black boy went to market for some candy, and then wrong place, wrong time, and the gunshot sound. The defendant told the jury he was standing his ground. Standing your ground, standing your ground. Another mother's son lying dead on the ground. When searching for justice, there was none to be found. Another black boy murdered 'cause of standing your ground. Black boy went jogging in the wrong part of town. 3 men in a truck shot the black man down. Just imagine how you feel if it was turned around and it was your son murdered 'cause standing your ground. Standing your ground, standing your ground. Another mother's son lying dead on the ground. When searching for justice, there was none to be found. Another black man murdered 'cause of standing your ground. Take it away, boys. Big egos to fill. Don't even need a reason, got a license to kill. How many till we come around? Rise up and take a stand against standing your ground. Standing your ground, standing your ground. Another mother's son lying dead on the ground. When searching for justice, there was none to be found. Another black man murdered 'cause of standing your ground. Play, y'all. Young people being shot for making simple mistakes. It don't matter what their color, all that matters is hate. Wrong door, wrong car, wrong driveway, and then another shooting in the news. Here we go again. Standing your ground, standing your ground. Another mother's child laying dead on the ground. How many till we turn it around? We gotta put a stop to all this standing your ground. I say standing your ground, standing your ground. Another mother's child lying dead on the ground. How many till we turn it around?
something about standing your ground.
In for the kill.
And you thought I wouldn't go back to those angry political tunes. This is a song that I wrote. It's called In for the Kill. I've seen people bearing guns instead of arms, and I know that weapons heal us more than harm. I know war will bring us peace, and peace will last. Time is marching to repeat itself. In time repeats the past. It's like the time you thought your train was moving, but you were on the train that's standing still. In for the kill. In for the kill. There are those who hear the drums and heed the call. They go marching to the same beat after all. And the silver birds of war are on the wing, and the gentle folk are singing their songs of peace again. It's like the time you thought that you were falling, woke up screaming and your bed was still. In for the kill. In for the kill. Yes, I know that God and time are on our side. Yes, I know that we're a nation full of pride. But it's odd to see the past come round again, and to find the new world order is still the same old man. It's like your first ride on a roller coaster, wondering why you're climbing up that hill. In for the kill. 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 In for the kill.
Thank you. Mikey Kaggs on that clarinet there. Where's Adam O? Okay. So, we hang over for a second. All right. So, I don't think we could get out of here without playing Sweet Weeping Jesus. The thing is, I get to just stand and deliver on this one. The thing is,
You come over here. Why don't you get on over here, bro?
thing is, it's on. Thing is, we can only do this song when our guitarist, Josh Stoltzfus, is here, because this was Josh Stoltzfus's lick. Josh came up with this lick, you know. So I got together with Connor about, it was about a week ago, and you know, we rehearsed, you know, the songs that we had done there. And then as I was about to leave, I hear, and I was like, Connor? What? And he was like, yeah, I just this lick just came out of my fingers. I was like, okay, so I think, in fact, I'm sure Josh is gonna be okay with this, you know, so he
might be watching.
In case you're watching, Josh,
No pressure.
we love you, baby, and there's no pressure. And Connor had even said, well, if you'd like, I'll play it badly, but don't, yeah, no, just you go, you have a good time.
Give it all of it. Give it
So
your
we're gonna go for Sweet Weeping Jesus.
Boys!
Looking at the world today, war is just a game we play. Someone will win and some will lose. Look at all the lives we've lost. Won the war, but at what cost? Wonder next time what we'll choose. I said, oh my God, the tempest is raging. I said, oh my God, our ship has no captain. I said, oh my God, please hear us when we call. Sweet weeping Jesus, sweet weeping Jesus, don't let us fall. Won't you hear us when we call? When we call. Climb the ladder rung by rung. Politicians speak in tongues. No one understands what they say. Hear the ringing of the change, new world order rearrange, but we always end up with the same old thing. Keep the people blind, deaf, and dumb, singing we shall overcome. But my country, 'tis of thee I sing. I said, oh my God, if thine is the power. I said, oh my God, if thine is the kingdom. I said, oh my God, don't leave us down here all alone. Sweet weeping Jesus, sweet weeping Jesus, don't leave us alone. We can't make it on our own. We can't make it on our own. I said, sweet weeping Jesus, won't you help me? Sweet weeping Jesus, don't leave me here. Sweet weeping Jesus, don't leave us here all alone. Jesus, I can't make it on my own. Sweet weeping Jesus. I said, sweet weeping Jesus. Connor Quigley. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
What do you got, Jim? You all right?
We have a broken bass. Broke my shit, but it's fine.
You want our pedal?
No, it's a different thing. It's cool.
Oh, okay.
So my drummer, he was banging so hard, I guess he felt the spirit. He just broke his bass drum, his kick thing, just, you know. And then I want to ask you this too. Do you like the box? The first time we did that, we were doing, I'm feeding a little bit here, folks. Somebody. Jim and I were in D.C. and we were at the Mountain Stage radio show. We were doing like I don't know how I even got there, but I ended up competing in this thing. I didn't win, but we got there, but we were on our way to the gig. And Jim says, wow, what am I gonna do? Maybe I'll play a box. We went in back of a department store. Jim rummaged through the recycle bin, found a big box. We took it in, played the gig. It was awesome. I think this is the way to go. It's just, it's.
It was a grocery store in the box. I think had fish in it. So I was like, that box. I've become more discerning about my box.
So, it's Willie Nelson's birthday, I think, or nearby, whatnot, and this is a Willie Nelson song. I thought it was an Aretha Franklin song because she did it, and I heard it, and it was like once Aretha does your song, you don't even remember that you wrote it yourself. But this is Willie Nelson. Here we go. Am I feeding still a little bit? A tiny bit? I think I'm ringing a little bit. Anybody out there can, yeah, can somebody give me a little down? Is that better? Am I still? Is it still ringing? Can somebody get this one just a tad, a touch of, or I can go to that one, whichever's better. Okay. Hello, ringing. I'm getting a little, or I can just back off a little bit too. All right, I'll back off a little bit. Okay. In the evening, when the sun goes down, you're gonna find me doing what I'm doing right now, and that's just sitting around the nightlife. Ain't no good life, but it's my life, yes it is. Oh, good people, just like you and me, they sit around dreaming. They're dreaming about there used to be, but I tell y'all that the nightlife sure ain't no good life, but it's my life. Oh, yes it is. Oh, listen to the blues and what they're playing. Listen to the blues and what they're saying. They seem to be saying to me that many people have loved, and so many people have lost. But hey, listen, they might not have loved at all had they known that they couldn't pay the cost. Oh, they tell me, yeah, they tell me. They tell me life is just an empty scene. They say it's older than the oldest broken hearts and newer than the newest broken dreams. I'll tell you that the nightlife sure ain't no good life, but it's my life. I tell you that the nightlife sure ain't no good life, but do you know that it's my life? Yeah.
Brian Baraki.
You guys can all come back and hang out if you like. I don't care. Mikey, pull up a stool or hang out here. Come and hear a story. Yeah. Do you like you would have loved my kindergarten class. And if you had brought those saxophones, we'd have had a time at snack, I'll tell you. Hey kids, little Mikey brought his saxophones.
That would have been awesome. It would have been good.
So,
But now my kids have finally had an education.
those kids right there. I can't believe I'm looking at the two of you. This is awesome. This is a story that I tell to kids. So this one does not have the words motherfucker. It has none of that in it. No gunshots, no blood.
In fact, at the intermission, I was talking to some folks back there, and there's a woman here who said she teaches first grade. Where are you? And she said, so what kindergarten? And she was like, so what's the matter with telling that story? I was like, well, I think the motherfucker may have gotten to the kids. And her husband was like, not the blood and the gunshots and the pot. He's like, So, to tell you this story, which I can tell to anyone, this is a family gig, and this is how it came about. Years and years and years ago, I was doing some storytelling at the Three Apples Storytelling Festival that happens, I think, in Harvard, Mass, or something like that. So I was slotted to do like a, little one part of this storytelling thing, blah, blah, blah. And I get this call on the way up, and Adam is with me. And this woman says, the person who's gonna do the family story hour is sick and can't come. Do you think you could just take over and do the family story hour? I was like, of course. Had nothing ready at all. It was just like, absolutely. So I turned to Adam, and I'm like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make up this, do you remember this?
Just now I'm remembering it. Yeah.
So we're gonna make up this story. It's gonna be about a kid who liked a blues harp, an old guy, and the old guy taught the kid how to play. And I said, and don't worry how it's going. We'll figure it out as we go, but you just kind of play along with me. Adam's like, okay, fine. So we go to the thing, and I do this story. And at the end of the story, this woman came up to me, and she was like, that is the most beautiful folk tale I have ever heard. What country is that from? I was like, yeah, we pulled it right out of there in the car. So.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. But this story is called Harmonica Boy, and it's not going to be a while before we play. So if you want to,
Have a drink.
So I'll tell you the story of Harmonica Boy. This is how it goes. And at the end of the music part, you guys can all go on.
You just tell us what to do.
So this story is called Harmonica Boy. It's an old ancient tale from. So the way I heard it, Adam had always liked music. He liked all kinds of music. And even though he was very young, he just listened to everything. He liked bluegrass, hip hop, rhythm and blues, opera, band music. He liked all kinds of music, but his favorite music was the blues. And his favorite thing to do when he came home from his kindergarten class was to run home and play his mom's LP on the record player. And he would listen to this man whose name was Willie Joe Thompson. And he would play this album all the time. He loved it. He loved the way the harmonica that this man played sounded. It was just awesome. He just loved this record. And so one day, on his way home from school, he looks up at this telephone pole, and on the pole there's a sign, and the sign says, this Friday night, Town Hall, 8 o'clock, Willie Boy Thompson in concert. Adam went home. He was like, oh, Mom, you know that guy that I really like? She was like, yeah. He's coming to our town. She's like, that's awesome. He was like, Mom, it's Friday. And like, Friday's my birthday, so like, his mom goes, well, we'll think about it. He was a little disheartened by that because he thought she'd be a whole lot more excited, so he kind of moped around, went to bed. And next morning he gets up and he comes down for breakfast, and he's still kind of slouching around. And his mom, she just couldn't take it anymore, and she said, listen, not only did I know that Willie Joe Thompson was coming, I got us tickets. Oh, Mom, you're the bestest mom in the entire world. She was like, okay, and I also got you a present.
I got you this. Took his harmonica. He was like, Mom, I love you 1,000 million times. He goes to school. He's got the harmonica in his pocket. He's sitting in class, and they're talking about math and things like that. And before he even knew that it was happening, his hand goes into his pocket, and he takes out his harmonica. And the teacher's talking about adding numbers. He's just like, teacher was like, listen. You need to put that thing away. We're having math class right now. And if you don't put that thing away, I'm going to take it. He said, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. He said, I'm really sorry. I'll put it away. Goes to his next class. They're doing like social studies. They're talking about Mexico and what the crops are. You go to Mexico. And again, it happens. His hand goes in his pocket. Teacher's like, listen, I heard about this from your last teacher, and I'm telling you right now, if you don't put that thing away, I'm going to take it, I'm going to keep it all week. He said, you know what, I'm really sorry. It's just that, like, today is my birthday, and, like, I really like this guy. His name is Willie Joe Thompson, and my mom brought me a harmonica. We're going to see him. He said, I don't care. He said, okay. So he managed to hold it together for the rest of the day. And he gets back home, and he's about to have dinner. And he looks at his mom and he says, Mom, what time is it? And she said, it's 5 o'clock. He said, okay. Mom, what time is it now? She said, it's 5:01. Mom, she said, if you ask me one more time, we're not going to go to the concert. He said, okay. So finally, 7:30 comes. And they get in the car and they drive down to Town Hall. And when I tell you that she had tickets, she had, and a lot of people think first row is the real cool thing. She didn't have that. She had third row center seats. Third row is great because you don't have to go like this in the front. You can just kind of like that. Third row center seats. They sit down at exactly 8 o'clock. House lights go down. And a voice says, ladies and gentlemen, there will be no recording devices, no photographs taken. And now, without further ado, Willie Joe Thompson. The lights come up, and this elderly black man walks out, and he sits on a stool. And his drummer came out, sat down behind the drum kit. His bass player came out, put a bass over his shoulder. His guitarist came out, put the strap on. His saxophone player came out. Everybody was there on stage, and they started to play. And the music was glorious. The music was head bopping, foot stomping, finger snapping, toe tapping, glorious. And everybody in the whole place was loving it. In fact, it was their biggest hit. People were loving this song. They were really getting into it. And before he knew what was happening, Adam's hand went into his pocket, and he took out his harmonica, and he was and it got to be that people in the audience were like, what the fuck? Whose child is that? We paid good money for these seats. I did not pay. And it got to be such a ruckus that up on the stage, Willie Joe Thompson says, hey, hang on a minute, fellas. Somebody turn those house lights up out there so I can look out here and see who's making all that noise. The house lights go up. And Willie Joe looks directly at Adam, and he says, is that you out there making all that noise, son? And Adam looked back and he said, it is, sir. My name's Adam, and today I'm 6 years old, and I really like your music, and my mom gave me a harmonica, and one day I'm going to play just like you. And Willie Joe looked at him and he smiled and he said, I'll tell you something, son. I don't play just like nobody else, and nobody else plays just like me. I just do what I can do, and I pass it on. But if you want to come to my dressing room in a little while after this show, I can teach you some tricks that an old blues man taught me when I was a little boy. Do you think you can do that? Adam looked at his mom, and she said, yeah. He said, yeah. He said, great. I want you to sit down so I can finish my show. So he finishes his show, and at the end of the concert, Adam and his mom went to the dressing room door, and they knocked on the door. And Willie Joe opened the door, and he let them in. And he sat down, and he took out his harmonica, and he showed little Adam how to hold notes long. He showed him how to make notes wiggle. And they had a lesson that lasted for about an hour. And when that lesson was over, Willie Joe looked at Adam and he said, now, if you want it bad enough, and if you practice hard enough, you can get good. And I think I'm gonna give you a nickname. I think I'm gonna call you Harmonica Boy. You like that? Adam said, I do. Adam said, and one day when I grow up, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna play just like you. And Willie Joe said, well, you know what? I don't play like nobody else. Nobody else plays just like me. We just do what we can do and you pass it on. Don't you forget that, okay? Don't you forget that. Adam said, I won't. And I am gonna come back and play for you one day. Willie Boy said, I'll look forward to that. And from that day on, Adam did begin to play and practice, and he practiced and he got good. In fact, he got so good that he started having his own bands and his own music, and it was good.
Yep.
Harmonica boy, you play so fine. You play like a monkey jumping out of his mind. Really like to listen to the music that you make, and I really like to watch when you shake, shake, shake. Come on. Harmonica boy. Come on. Some folks say it's just a toy, but it ain't no toy for a harmonica boy. Say it. Some folks say it's just a toy, but it ain't no toy for a harmonica boy. Harmonica boy, you play all day, you can play all night, however you may. Really like to watch while you do that thing, and I really like to listen and sing, sing, sing. So come on. Some folks say it's just a toy, but it ain't no toy for a harmonica boy. Some folks say it's just a toy, but it ain't no toy for a harmonica boy. Some folks say it's just a toy, but it ain't no toy for a harmonica boy. Some folks say it's just a toy, but it ain't no toy for a harmonica boy. Harmonica boy, you play it all right, you play all day, you can play it all night. If I only had the space and I only had the chance, I say everybody stand, everybody dance. Don't do it. Harmonica boy. Some folks say it's just a toy, but it ain't no toy for a harmonica boy. Some folks say it's just a toy, but it ain't no toy for a harmonica boy. Some folks say it's just a toy, but it ain't no toy for a harmonica boy. Some folks say it's just a toy, but it ain't no toy for a harmonica boy.
Now, even though he was a grown man with his own CDs, Adam remembered that he had told Willie Joe one time when he was a kid that he was going to come back and play for him someday. And he knew that Willie Joe lived in Clarksdale, Mississippi, so he got on a bus, and he took that bus down to Clarksdale. And when he got off the bus, it was a little tiny, dusty town, and he went into the country store, and there was a man sitting behind the counter. And Adam said, "Excuse me, sir. Well, my name is well, they call me Harmonica Boy." Anyway, when I was a kid, there was an old blues man who taught me how to play this harmonica. And I think he lives around here. I promised I'd come back and play for him someday. Do you know where he lives? The man behind the counter said, "Oh, you mean that old man used to play that harmonica thing? Yeah, he lives out there in the country with his 2 daughters. What you're gonna do is you want to walk down this dirt road about a mile. You're gonna come to this big maple tree. When you get to that tree, you wanna turn to the right and go about 200 yards. You're gonna see a big yellow house with a big old screen porch. He lives out there with his daughters. He's out there, he ain't going nowhere." Adam said, "Thank you very much." And he walked down that country road for about a mile, and when he came to that maple tree, he turned and he saw that big yellow house, and he saw the screen porch. And when he did, he saw a figure rocking back and forth. And he walked up to that door and he knocked and he said, "Excuse me, my name," and before he could say anything, he heard a familiar voice say, "I know who you are. You's that little boy I taught to play harmonica way back, ain't you?" Adam said, "Yeah." And he walked in, and those 2 men, they embraced. And then they took out their harmonicas, and they played notes that were long. And they made notes wiggle. And they played music together for about an hour. And when they had played everything they want to play, Adam looked at Willie Joe and he said, "I want to thank you, sir. I want to thank you for teaching me how to play this when I was young. You didn't have to, but you took the time to do that. I just want to thank you." And Willie Joe said, "And I want to thank you for coming back. You said you was going to come back. I was waiting for that." He said, "You remember what I told you?" Adam said, "Yeah, you said that I won't play like anybody else, and nobody else will play just like me." And then they both said at the same time, "We just do what we can do and we pass it on." And then Adam said, "Thank you. I gotta go. I got a show tomorrow night at Town Hall where I first met you." Willie Joe said, "Well, you have yourself a good show. And don't forget, you won't play like nobody else. Nobody else will play just like you. You just do what you can do and you pass it on." So Adam got on that bus and he went back home, and the next night was Friday. And he had a concert at 8 o'clock in Town Hall. And at exactly 8 o'clock, the house lights went down, and they heard an announcer say, "Ladies and gentlemen, there will be no photographs taken, no recording devices of any sort." And now, without further ado, Adam, Harmonica Boy. Adam walked out and he sat on a stool. His drummer came out and sat behind the drum kit. His guitar player came out, put his guitar on. His bass player came out and put on sax player. And they started to play music. They started to play music, and it was glorious. It was foot stomping, head bopping, finger snapping, toe tapping, glorious. And people were loving it. They were in the middle of their best song. The audience was grooving. They were loving it. All of a sudden, now they just heard. And it got to be such a ruckus. People were like, okay. We paid a lot of money for these tickets. Whose kid is that? Somebody shut the kid up. And it got to be such a ruckus up on the stage. And Adam said, "Listen, guys, hang on for a second. Could somebody out there turn the house lights up so I can look out and see who's making all that noise?" House lights came up, and Adam looked at 3rd row, center seat. And there was a little girl sitting there. She looked like she was about 6 years old. And Adam looked at her right in the eye, and he said, "Is that you out there making all that noise?" And she said, "First of all, it is not noise. It is harmonica music. And I really like your CDs. And one day I'm going to play just like you. And Adam just kind of smiled. And he said, well, I don't play like nobody else. And nobody else plays just like me. I just do what I can do, and I pass it on. But if you can come to my dressing room after the show, I'll show you some tricks that an old blues man taught me when I was a little kid. Do you think you can do that? And she said, of course I can. I'm 6. He said, okay. But for now, why don't you sit down and let me finish my show? And so he did. And when the show was over, Elizabeth and her mom and her dad came to the dressing room. They knocked on the door, and Adam let them in. And they took out their harmonicas, and he showed her how to hold notes long. And he showed her how to make notes wiggle. And he gave her a lesson that lasted for about an hour. And when that lesson was over, he said, listen, if you practice hard enough, and if you want it bad enough, you can be good. But remember, you won't play just like nobody else, and nobody else will play just like you. You just do what you can do, and you pass it on. Can you remember that? She said, yeah. He said, you know what, I think I'm going to give you a nickname. I think I'm going to call you Harmonica Girl. Do you like that? She said, yeah. She said, you know what, one day I'm gonna come back and play for you. Adam said, I'll look forward to that. But he said, remember, you won't play like nobody else, and nobody else will play just like you. You just do what you can do, and you pass it on. Can you remember that? And she said, yeah. He said, okay, you just do what you can do, and then they both said, and you pass it on. So you just do what you can do, and you pass it on. Just pass it on. All you guys come back. All you guys, everybody, all you guys come back. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Jim Lucchese, Mr. Quigley, Mike Caglione, Brian Veracci, Adam Osgood, thank you so much. Bill Hurley, thank you for having us here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Peace and love, brother. Thank you, brother. Really nice. Really nice.
And thanks for letting me just do what I wanted to do tonight. Just awesome. Thank you for just giving me space to be me. Thank you.
Next, May 20th is the 4th of the 4 nights with Kemp. And wanted to, here, come on over here. So what we're doing here is we're taking these 4 shows over a 4-month period, and a residency show, a residency at the Fallout Shelter. It's not something that we ever really give away lightly. You have to have a complete body of work, and you have to have a real diverse body of work to get something like this. We're putting together a 2-hour documentary about this man. So May 20th, full band, rock and roll show. Hope to see you all out here May 20th, night 4 of Kemp's 4-month residency here at the Fallout Shelter.
Thank you so much.